Hello dear friends, this is Kingdom of the Songs on iGaber channel and I am Arshak Adamyan. In this video I will tell you about ruler of Armenia Ashot Patrick Bagratouni in 7th century and his spiritual hymn. During the medieval period, the fortress city of Daruing was flourishing near the foothills of Mount Tondrak, located in the Gogovit region of the province of Ararat in Greater Armenia. The city spanned across a beautiful narrow field among the rugged and stony mountain ranges. It was surrounded all around with rocky mountain tops, and only to the north was open to a breathtaking view of the plains of Garnavuk. This is the 7th century and the prince of Daruing is Ashot Patrick Bagratouni. According to known records, his date of birth is not mentioned. What is known that he was a ruler of Armenia in 685, succeeding Grigor Mamikonyan. It is evident by taking the role of ruler of Armenia, Ashot appointed his brother Sambat as the supreme commander of Armenian army, after which he found common ground with the Arabs of the time and began reconstruction within Armenia. It was during this time period that the Holy Saints Church of Daruing was built, and on the occasion of its consecration, Ashot Patrick Bagratouni wrote the hymn Zors patkeri qoum steghtser, translated to "For we have been made in your image." The artistic director and conductor of Sharakan ensemble, Daniel Yerazhisht, Daniel the musician, explains that according to tradition, the church was built and this hymn was sung by the prince himself, or it was sung on the church's feast day. This hymn is a hymn that is sung during the feast of the exaltation of the cross. It is important to note that the hymn is a metaphoric shield of armor for the homeland and a protector of the spiritual values, with a cross in one hand and a pen in the other. The first hymn states that man was created in God's image. Further, the hymn beseeches Jesus to renew man from original sin and transform him into a holy temple to forever free man from original sin. In other words, to transform man into an abode for the Holy Spirit. In the following verse, the hymn praises the Holy Trinity. In essence, this hymn was the first hymn written by a lay person and adopted to be sung within the canons of the Holy Armenian Apostolic Church. Let us now hear Ashot Patrick Bagratouni's hymn performed by the early music ensemble Sharakan. The soloist is Armenuhi Seyranyan and the artistic director and conductor is Daniel Yerazhisht, Daniel the musician.
Oh
Let us now see what happened soon after. In the year following his succession to rule Greater Armenia, in the year 686, the Byzantine army invaded the land, and all efforts of reconstruction were quickly turned into defending the homeland on the battlefield. In 689, the Byzantine Emperor Justinian II conquered Greater Armenia but kept Ashot and his rule in place. Not a moment in comfort was left as soon after this encounter with the Byzantines. The Arab armies ravaged the land as well. The 8th century historian Revont writes, Ashot kept his rule for 4 years, and on his 4th year of rule, the sons of Ismail invaded the Armenian kingdom. These people were criminals and were perpetrating criminal acts in the areas where the Marats, Khram, Juga, and Khoshakunik. They were demanding ransom from men and were committing outrages against the women, humiliating them with their criminal acts. When news of the heinous acts committed by the Arabs was known by Ashot, he immediately sent his troops to fight them. The Armenian army struck a vast majority of the Arab army and gave chase to the remainder. When the Arab commander came to see the strength of retaliation from the Armenian prince, he ordered to throw all the loot in front of the advancing Armenian army. The Armenian soldiers unwittingly fell towards the loot and slowed their chase. Only Ashot the prince, with a small contingent of men at arms, continued to pursue the enemy relentlessly. The enemy, now feeling empowered, turned and struck the prince's advance and injured Ashot in the attack. Alerts were sounded, and the remaining contingents came to crush the enemy. The Armenian army took the fatally injured prince to Ogovit. It was there he was martyred while he lay in bed and was buried in the town of Daruing. For now, we must conclude this segment for Aigaber, dear friends. Again, today's segment was about Ashot Patrick Bagratouni, the 7th century Armenian prince, and the hymn he wrote, Zors patkeri qoum steghtser, translated to for we have been made in your image. Till we meet again, dear friends, God bless.